Hi everybody, I'm Steve Hoff from Ultra Dent Tools, and today I've got Jared Panteas here with us, and he's from the Industrial Fan Company. This product is a little bit out of the box for us and a little bit unorthodox, but it really is something that's pertinent to our industry that you guys can all use. This is a 6-foot portable industrial floor fan. It's great for your shop, for moving a ton of air to cool your shop down or to extract dust out of your shop or even paint fumes if you're doing some small painting. This fan is incredible. Wait till you guys see this thing. Go ahead and explain a little bit about this fan for us. Jared's about 2 years into this and he's got a couple of partners, and these guys are a nice American-made startup company that are making an incredible product. Tell us about your product.
Thanks, Steve. Well, Industrial Fan Company manufactures industrial fans. We do overhead ceiling fans for large spaces, as well as floor fans like the WF72 that we have here.
So the advantage of like a mobile floor fan compared to like a ceiling fan, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I think the most obvious is that you don't have to install the floor fan. This comes ready to go straight off the pallet, plug it into a 120 volt outlet, and you're good to go with industrial airflow. And I'd say really the other main advantage is that you're moving cool air from the lowest and coolest part of the building to people who need it, or in the space that you need it.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
And the other thing about a mobile fan is that, I can move it anywhere I want, right? So this thing is going to be much more versatile than a ceiling fan. Not that ceiling fans are bad, but if I had to choose between the two, I would definitely want a floor fan, right? And so I can save myself some money too on the wiring and the permanent hookup, right? Because this thing just plugs in. This thing is 120 volt,
right? Just
plugs right in. Give us a little bit more of the information. It's a direct drive fan with a VFD, a variable frequency drive.
So this is a 3-phase direct drive brushless motor that is driving the fan, of our own design and manufacture right here in California. And we're using an industrial VFD with it that's fully sealed. In fact, the whole system is fully sealed to keep out dust and water for a long life.
So that's really cool. So you think about that's 3-phase, right? On a 120 volt, it's actually making 3-phase power.
It's a 3-phase motor.
So the thing about that is that it's very efficient. So it's not going to draw a lot of amps, right? So it's not going to use a lot of power.
No, it's only 5 amps. So at full power, it's 5 amps, about 550 watts out of the wall. But it's producing like 3/4 horsepower output. And this is what this product is.
Right. So it's a 6-foot blade, and we got about a 6.5 foot clearance.
Correct.
28-inch wide span. So this thing is going to go right through a doorway, which is amazing, right? So it's big, but it will go through any doorway.
And it's relatively light. So at 180 pounds, it's lighter than I am. So 2 guys can easily pick this up and put it in the back of a truck. And you can move it and take it to somewhere else where you want it, another location, or it could be used for events or whatever you need to do. But even just maneuvering it around the workshop, it's like almost half the weight of some of the competitive fans.
And that's one of the key things about this fan that I feel that makes it the best in its class. The fact that some of his competitors' fans are upwards of 300 pounds. Doing the exact same air movement, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So you've got almost half the weight, and you've got literally almost half the price. So you're at $34.95 as an introductory price.
Correct.
But your competitors are over $7,000 and up.
Correct. Yeah. And look, the only other cost there, Steve, is $350 flat fee to ship this anywhere in the country in the lower 48. And like I said, it comes fully assembled on a pallet. Ready to go. Yeah,
so I mean, even when it comes to you guys, it's going to come off of a freight truck or whatever, but 2 guys can literally like move this thing off the truck and just disassemble it and roll it off. It's going to come completely assembled.
Yeah.
So when I say disassemble, I mean from the box, but it's turnkey. It's ready to go.
Yeah.
And it's got an amazing, construction. It's got a really cool shroud, heavy duty, durable plastic shroud.
Right? Yes, it's a high density polyethylene, so that's an industrial thermoplastic. And this can handle like a lifetime of abuse of being bumped into walls and living in rough conditions, and still maintain its usefulness and its appearance.
Yeah, and that's part of what makes it so light. Okay, so that the idea with this fan was to make it to where it didn't take a forklift to lift it and move it around. So, and it's also, very smooth. So it's got radius corners on this shroud. It's not going to scratch a car if you're near cars and stuff like that. So it does have some locking casters that you do want to make sure that the casters are locked on it, because when it's running, it will run away from you. But it's very stable and it will not.
No, it won't go anywhere. It's so we use like large diameter 10-inch heavy duty casters that are way overrated for this, but it helps us keep the majority of the weight, like almost a third of the weight, right down the bottom, which really helps for stability.
Nice. And these are really cool locking casters. I mean, they're big, heavy duty, super easy to use, and once it locks, it locks. It's not going to blow over. It really is super stable, and it's really quiet. Direct drive motors are very quiet, and so it's just a dream to have in your shop. These things are in stock. They've got tons of inventory. It's about maybe 5 to 7 days.
Handling time plus shipping, depending on where you are. Yep, they're ready to go.
Right. So the website is theindustrialfanco.com.
.com.
So come check them out. I think you'll really like them and benefit from this. And so ultradenttools.com. Come get your industrial floor fan.